Starting to shave is a rite of passage. It marks the transition from being a child to being an adult, so it's an exciting time. I made a short video about a shaving tool called the STYPTIC pencil, titled Advice for Young Shavers. Some of the viewers were young men who seemed to be looking for more, so this is for you. I started shaving when I was 14, so I have 53 years experience. I'll also throw in a few bits of advice on other topics like masculinity and maybe a few dating tips, so stay tuned. So let's get started. When do you shave? Most men shave in the morning, especially if you shower afterwards. That cleans off the excess shaving cream from your face. The exception is when you have a date, then you'll likely shave in the evening. More on dating in a few minutes. I'm wearing a t-shirt so you don't have to suffer through seeing my aging body, but like most, I shave bare-chested. Equipment, you'll need a razor, some shaving cream, hot water, and soap. And first, a safety tip. Don't share your razor with anyone. It's not sanitary. When you start shaving, a disposable razor is fine. There are lots of good quality ones on the market, and then you can buy a better quality razor later when you decide what style you like. A cheap shaving cream will suffice. I started with Barbasol, and it's still about $2 at Walmart. I currently use Aveeno because it's unscented. Be careful with scented products. They might make you or your date sneeze. And in truth, most classy guys don't use scents. This razor is about 30 years old, 2 blades, a pivoting head, and I like the lubrication strip. Razors don't need to be fancy to be effective. A lot of razors nowadays have 5 blades, but they don't work any better. You start by washing your face with soap and warm water. This softens the beard. A lot of the process of applying shaving cream fulfills the same purpose, softening and lubricating the face. When you first start shaving, you could probably get by with some soap and water alone. Some people believe that showering before you shave softens the beard. I actually prefer to shower after, as it cleans off any shaving cream you might have missed. Now, let me make a comment about masculinity. Shaving your face is a masculine act, but it doesn't make you a man. Being a man is not about how heavy your beard is. It's about respecting others, being responsible, doing your job well, and taking care of your family. It's not about muscles or winning fights. A real man avoids fights. If you're watching this video, you may not have a man in your house, and that can be a good or a bad thing. I had a father in the house, but we fought constantly, and I probably would have been better off if he weren't around. Sometimes a father's absence is a good thing. But a good goal in life is to be a better man than your father. It's been a lifelong goal of mine. Whether your father is a saint or a sinner, I hope you'll strive to be a better man. My mother is the one who bought me a razor, and I learned to shave on my own. When I started shaving, all I had was the whisper of a mustache. I really didn't need to shave at all, but I wanted to convince people that I needed to shave. I was creating strategic ambiguity. Similarly, when I went to college at 16, the average student was age 26. The last thing I wanted was my peers to think that I was a kid who barely needed to shave. So I adopted a habit of shaving daily, and I've maintained that for life. As a young man, usually your hair first thickens at the mustache or the sideburns, but I'm going to shave the whole face, as likely you'll need to do that soon. So first you start with soap and warm water. Apply the shaving cream. A little bit goes a long way. I just aim for 2 presses. The razor needs some pressure to do its job. Start with less as opposed to more. Also tighten the skin, whether through expression or a little pressure from the hands. There's disagreement if you should shave with or against the grain, generally up or down. I always shave against the grain unless I have a big date or a presentation. Then I shave twice, once with the grain and once against the grain. It might be the double application of shaving cream that gives a closer shave, or maybe doing it twice avoids missed spots, but it results in a smooth shave. Experiment and see what works for you. Okay, so let's talk about dating for a second. If you're going to go on a date in the evening, you'll want to shave before you meet your date. If you're lucky to do a little bit of kissing, you don't want to give your honey beard burn. Imagine kissing a sheet of sandpaper. It might not end up being the romantic evening you planned. And about your date, this grandpa could care less about who you date, whether it's race, religion, gender, short, tall, thin, curvaceous. That's all up to you. What I care about is that you build a relationship and like and care about each other. In the old days, there was a baseball analogy about first base, second base, third base, home run. You can figure it out. My advice is that you take your time, become friends, and although you may not marry your first sweetheart, hopefully when you reach my age, you'll have been on good enough terms to remain friends. And finally, if you're thinking about a long-term relationship, meet her parents. First, girls love it when you do this. But second, meeting her mother gives you a picture of who she'll be in 20 years. And her family dynamic gives you a preview of what your home might be like if you marry her. But that's getting way ahead of things. You're a young man and you're probably looking for a date. How do you best do that? My advice is be like the person you want to date. Watch what she wears and what she likes. You'll adopt a different approach for a girl who plays violin and reads thick books, as opposed to one who has purple hair and rides a skateboard. And look at her father, as tough as that might be. And be kind, respectful, and most of all yourself. And pretty soon you'll have to start shaving in the evening before your dates. Now, I'm a cranky old grandpa. What would I know about this? Please remember, I've been your age, but you've never been mine. In fact, I was a decent-looking young fellow, and maybe I even had a date or two in years gone by. But back to the shaving. You do basic strokes across the face, and then you go back and clean up your work. You can tighten the skin by using your hand or with your expressions. You can trim down the sideburn hair here with some firm pressure if it's been growing too long. The mustache is a little bit of a tough area because if you don't shave under the nose, you might end up looking like an evil dictator. And if you don't shave closer to the lip, you might end up looking like John Waters, a movie director. Additionally, the soul patch right below the lip is another problematic area. You want to be sure to get a pretty clean shave on that. Now, if you're like me and you have a cleft chin, please don't call it a dimple. You may want to pay a little more attention to that. Not a long and complex process. Now, as you get done, you want to do a visual inspection, but you also want to touch and be sure that you haven't missed any areas. I always want to clean it up a little bit. Now, oh, good timing. There is a little cut here. You sometimes accidentally cut yourself, and that's where the STYPTIC pencil is coming in. But first, let's go to the worst case scenario. If you really cut yourself badly and bleed, you can use a little piece of tissue paper to staunch the bleeding and get it to stop. But in this case, I'm going to use this STYPTIC pencil, available for a couple of dollars at Walgreens. It's made of aluminum. You wet it, twist. Great example. This one stopped bleeding pretty easily. Sometimes with a little bit deeper cut, it takes a little bit more work with the STYPTIC pencil. Now, every once in a while, shave a little bit further down the neck, and occasionally you might want to gently run the razor over your ears where some fine hair may be growing. When you're done, if you're heading for the shower, you're finished. Otherwise, rinse off Do a visual inspection. Be sure you're looking good. Drain the sink. And finally, rinse out the sink. The last thing you want is to make your family members see your whiskers in that sink. Use a towel or a rag to wipe up the mess you've made. Aftershave, theoretically, it reduces bleeding and tightens the skin, but it's more of a marketing ploy. Your honey may not like strong scents, and as I mentioned, classy guys tend to avoid them. Experiment, but I recommend skipping aftershave. How often should you change blades? When I worked, I did it once a week on Friday nights. But now that I'm retired, I do it when the blade begins to tug a bit, probably several weeks. You'll develop your own standard. Electric razors, they never gave a shave close enough to satisfy me, but one of these days somebody will give you one for your birthday and you can try it for yourself. So, welcome to adulthood. Please remember that being a man has nothing to do with shaving or having muscles or winning fights, but has everything to do with being respectful, keeping your promises, working hard, and taking care of the ones you love. You have an exciting time ahead. When you're a child, other people define you. But when you become a man, you have the opportunity to define yourself. I wish you all the best in your new role in life.